Alright, for argument's sake, presented by Daniel H. Cohen. The TED Talk was by him. The PowerPoint presented by me, Josh Polino. Overview of the TED Talk. He goes through three main subjects or topics throughout the TED Talk, but the first one he goes through is the three models of argument. The first model of argument is argument as war, which is the most common argument that we all sort of go through. It's not a lot of screaming, shouting. It's a win or lose situation for the most part, and it's very militaristic. The second model is argument as proofs. There's no opposition, no adversariality. Think of like a mathematician. He questions himself as, does it work? Does my premises are effective? So there's not necessarily as much arguing as there is questioning and answers. The third model, arguments as performances. These are arguments that are placed in front of an audience. For example, a politician might be presenting his case, or a jury, like they might be presenting their person to a jury. And the second main subject he goes to is a stereotypical argument. The stereotypical argument is, as I said, the argument is war, is the most common used. And when we argue, we all want to be the winner, or we choose our words to make sure that our words count more. And as we are using argument as war as our model, we choose tactics over elevation, which means that we find ways to make sure that we win the argument instead of thinking how we can get better from the argument. The third topic or subject throughout the TED Talk, he goes to talk about new argument loans, ideas. He suggests that we all enter arguments or active disagreements with a more positive outlook. Like, rather going into arguments thinking, how am I going to win this? How am I going to lose? Think about, how can we work something out rather than fight it out? And what can we do to work together? This Daniel H. Cohen, he has a bachelor's of the arts from Colby College from 1975. He has a doctor of philosophy. He's a doctor of philosophy from Indiana University, 1983. He currently teaches. He's a professor of philosophy at Colby College. In his work, he argues for new, more non-combative argument ways. My lens, I chose cultural and social. Religion, think of ways like religions, they sort of they see who has like the better God, who worships it, the right people. But instead of arguing about who or what people should worship, we should converse in how we can be peaceful with one another, and instead of seeing who has the better God or belief, see how we can benefit from each other. When it comes to race, like religion, arguments can occur because people think that others are superior than other people. So instead of seeing how maybe white or black are better than each other, we should see how we are more like human beings, like the same. And at school, students argue with teachers, students argue with authority, students argue with one another. But instead of arguing, why do we have to argue in the first place? Why can't we go in to the active disagreement thinking, how can we benefit from one another, and how can we learn from this, instead of arguing and winners or losers?
argument thinking, let's see if we can
Start this over.
think about that. Have you ever entered an argument thinking, let's see if we can hash something out rather than fight it out? What can we work out together? And I think the argument is one metaphor inhibits those other kinds of resolutions to argumentation.
So as Mr. Cohen said, the argument is war sort of prevents us from having more positive outcomes when it comes to arguments.